Test 3, Review Solutions. Okay, you'll need your standard normal chart for finding probabilities. The probability that z is less than 0.85. Less than is what the chart gives us. Okay, the area less than. So all we have to do is look up. Z is 0.85. We go down our row to 0.8, the O5 column, and 0.8023 is our answer. Number 2, the probability Z is greater than 0.27 is the right area. The chart gives us the left area, so we're going to look up 0.27 and do 1 minus. Because the whole area is 1. Okay, the whole area is 1. Between we want the area between two things. Okay, if we look up the bigger number, it will give us everything below. So that means we would have to subtract off what's below the second number. Okay, what's below the lower number. So we're going to look up the bigger one minus, look up smaller. Okay, so we look up 2.41, we get 9920. Subtract, look up our smaller one, and that is our answer. Number 4, the area between two things. Okay, we're going to write down the mean, 7.5, standard deviation. Okay, remember on your physical piece of paper, circle those things. And then we're finding the probability that it's between two weights. Okay, so we need to change each weight to a z-score. Okay, these are x because they're the real number, change to z. Okay, so I'm going to do the bigger one first, which is the 9.525. Subtract the mean, divide by standard, and that gives us 1.62 for the bigger z. Now my second z-score comes from the 8.125. So 8.125 minus 7.5, divide by the standard deviation. Okay, number minus mean. So that z-score is 0.5. So I'm finding the probability that z is between those two z-scores. Okay, we look up the bigger one, look up the smaller one. So the bigger one, we look up 1.62 and we get 0.9474. Look up 0.5 and subtract. Number 5. Okay, again, we're using weight, mean 7.5, standard deviation 1.25, and it says find the probability more than 5.72, more than 5.72 pounds. So we need to take 5.72, change it to z, minus the mean, divide by the standard, and that gives me negative 1.42. So since it said more, probability z is greater than. Okay, for the greater thans, remember greater than is the area to the right. This is when we do 1 minus. Look up negative 1.42 and we get 0.0778. So 1 minus that equals 0.9222. Okay, number 6, another one with the weight, mean 7.5, standard deviation. Okay, and the question said, find the probability a baby weighs less than 9.15. Okay, so we need to change that to a z-score, minus the mean, divide by the standard. That equals 1.32. We're finding the probability z is less than. Okay, the chart gives us the less than. So all we have to do is look up 1.32. Okay, a couple reminders. Probability is between 0 and 1. For z-scores, 0's in the middle. Remember, 50% of the area, or 0.5, is on either side, and it's symmetric. Also, positive z-scores is when something's above average. Negative z-scores are when something's below average. Okay, so 0 for z is exactly average there in the middle. So number 7, we're going to find z for the 90th percentile. Okay, since 90% is more than 50%, we know that our z is over here, and this area is 90% as a decimal is 0.9. Okay, so you're looking for 0.9 in the body of the chart. Okay, we're going to try to find 0.9000 in the body of the chart, those 4-digit numbers, because these are areas. So we don't find it exactly, but it is in between these two. Okay, the closer one, closer to 0.9, is 0.8997. Look at the row and column, and you'll see what row it's on is 1.2, and it's in the 08 column, so the hundredths is the 8. Okay, number 8, find the z-score. Find z, 30th percentile. 30% is less than 50%, so we know it's here. Okay, so we know z is going to be negative. Okay, it's less than 50%. So same thing, we're trying to find z that has 0.30 in the area. Okay, in the left area. Percentile always means left or less than. Okay, so the two that it's between, okay, the closer one is 3015. You can subtract to find which one's closer to 0.3. Okay, look at the row and the column. The row that it's on is negative 0.5. The column is the 02. So negative 0.52 is z. Okay, number 9. Incomes normally distributed, mean of 1100. So you're on your test and you're working and you see mean 1100. Circle. Then you see standard deviation 175. Circle that. And look for your question. We're looking for the percent more than 850. So we're going to change that to a z-score. Okay, round to hundredths. Our z is negative 1.43. Since it said more, we're doing greater than. Okay, negative 1.43 is less than 0. Greater than means the right area, which means we're going to do 1 minus and look up our z. And that will be our answer when we subtract. Okay, remember when you look it up, it gives you the left. Okay, when you look it up, it gives you the left, but greater than means the right. Okay, so that 0.0764 represents the left side. Remember the left and the right make up a whole. Number 10. Scores are normally distributed, mean of 36.8. Circle it. Standard deviation, circle it. Okay, now this one's worded a little differently. Find the score. Okay, find the score. That's not plural, means one answer. Okay, that separates the top 59% from the bottom 41%. Okay, the top 59%, what does that mean? That means the right. The bottom 41% means the left. Okay, what area does the chart give us? The left area. Okay, the chart gives us the left area. So, what do we need to find first? The bottom 41%, we need to find Z. Okay, 41% is less than 50%. So we need to find the Z-score with an area of 41%, 0.41. Okay, so we're in our chart. We're trying to find Z. We have the area that's left, area to the left. So we need to find as close as we can a 0.41. Okay, so it's in between those two. 0.4090 is closer. Look for the row in the column that's on. It's on the negative 0.2 row. And what column is it under? The O3 column. That tells us the hundredths is 3. Okay, now that's the Z-score. That's not somebody's actual test score. Okay, it wants the actual score. The actual score is X, and X is found with this formula. Standard mean. Okay, we just found Z. The standard deviation was given in the problem, 7.6. The mean was given in the problem, 36.8. Okay, multiply and then add, we get 35.052. And that's all of the review.